Yeah. These motherfuckers wild. They going ham and cheese, right? With the Dr. York shit. Why is Dr. York even valid right now if he's not valid? Why? That shit don't make sense. Why are motherfuckers in the so-called conscious community, you know what I'm saying? Fake ass conscious community, you know what I'm saying? Why is Dr. York relevant, prevalent? Why is Doc on deck? 2021. Why are people beating a dead horse? Why? Why are they beating a dead horse? Why? According to the script, motherfucker got 135 years, right? That's a death sentence. Why are, in 2021, why motherfucker beating a dead horse? And they say the motherfucker in the ground. What? Why are they beating a dead horse? Majority of the motherfuckers, 99.9% of the motherfuckers that got Dr. York on their mind, in their mouth, in their dreams, in their thoughts, right? 99.9% of the motherfuckers, right? Ask them how many registered sex offenders are in their community and or amongst them. Live X amount of feet from them that they're aware of. Are they aware? Is this something that they are involved with in their daily life? Because in their daily life, for some fucking reason, these motherfuckers got Dr. York on deck every motherfucking day. You know, especially since that polite shit came up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when that thing came up. Polite never met Dr. York. He never came in contact with Dr. York. Polite, Paul, came down there in 2004. You know. When he had his Egyptian garb on, walking on Tamaray. Everyone is influenced by everyone, regardless. Shit. Someone you know go do some wild shit, you gonna blame yourself on them and their actions? Fuck no. Unless you're deliberately, you know, instilling some shit into a motherfucker. But you have to be able to do that shit, you know, literally. Yet why Dr. York is so relevant right now. Because they say he confessed to doing some shit. Pull the video back up. Did you hear him confess to anything? No. Or you saw the man in the orange jumpsuit? Nod his head, yes. Right? When you nod your head up and down, what that mean? Does it mean yes? Or does it mean no? Motherfuckers thought they decode and all this shit. I can't fucking tell it. How the motherfucker got 135 years in there for that? He's not in there for that. However, that's in the state court. Why the motherfucker, after being sentenced in 2004, ain't go to face those charges yet in the state court? Why is that? Please. The man in the orange jumpsuit, who recorded that? Who's the person that recorded that? Why is that the only video motherfucking footage? Why is that? That's the only situation you're gonna get. Why is that? Why we got a video recording of him walking in the courtroom in the orange jumpsuit? Where's that video at? Him walking out. Where's that video at? Where's that at? Where's the jurors that found him guilty? Where they at? Why we can't get no interviews with them? Why we gotta keep getting the same fucking people that do these fucking interviews and these documentaries and all this shit and these specials that come on TV? Why we gotta keep getting that shit? Same fucking people. Same characters over and over. It's redundant. 19 years. Why we gotta keep getting that shit? Why we ain't getting none of the jurors by now? It's been 19 motherfucking years. Sammy the Bull, he's in 80X Max. He said they only get one phone call a month and Ad Max. One phone call a month. But you let these motherfuckers tell it, he's getting phone calls however, whenever. Some motherfuckers even calling him in there. How the fuck that's going on? What's going on? That's supposed to be the most super max, in the country. Oh, the nigga plagiarized and all that shit. A lot of these motherfuckers say he plagiarized from. Well, and some of them are alive now. But they ain't never sue him. I ain't never get who he got sued by. If you got evidence, pull it up, please. Pretty sure he would have been brought to court for that. He would have been brought up on charges of that too, for plagiarism. You know what I'm saying? Civil court, some shit. However they do it, however they freak that. You know what I mean? Pretty sure those would have been a part of. Add that on too. Why they ain't say nothing? Why everybody got something to say now? They wasn't saying nothing when he was on deck, right? Not like he's not on deck, because he's on deck. He said he in the ground. He locked up. Okay. Why is Doc a factor? It's 2021. According to, their calendar, it's 2021. Why Doc on 135? 135, that's 3 and 5 is 8, and plus 1 is 9, right? Shit. That was his number. Of course, he the one that was talking about that 9 ether shit. And 9 to the 9th power of 9 and all that. 9 ether beings and this. That's a coincidence that he got 135 years, though, sentence, right? Okay. Okay. That's a coincidence. So when I try to freak it, though, and oh, he got 9 because, that was his karma, or some bullshit like that. But that's not the case. That's not the case. (2021), they on Doc case. Where the motherfucker already sentenced. Motherfucker been sentenced since 2004, and they still on his case. Why? Why is he important right now? People need to find interest in, this shit Doctor Strange for real. All right. Who heard Dr. York confess to anything? Who heard that? You heard that? Go back and look at the video. The man in the orange jumpsuit. The man in the mirror, the man in the orange jumpsuit. Nigga had the song, It's Only a Dream. They call it information he put out in the 70s, 80s, 90s, pseudo. Especially when it came to the 90s, hard body. He was going in. Doc put everybody on in the so-called black sector about extraterrestrials. What motherfuckers is talking about now. The Anunnaki. What motherfuckers is talking about now. The dubs, the underground military bases and all that shit. Doc put niggas onto that shit. And nobody else was talking about that shit. Nobody else was elaborating on that. Nobody else was speaking on that. In fact, he got dubbed because he was speaking on those things during that time in the 90s. He got dubbed for that. He got shunned for that. Motherfuckers was dissing him for that. Motherfuckers was calling him emphatically now Cypher for that. Now, the emphatically now Cypher motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that shunned him, the motherfuckers that dissed him, the motherfuckers that dubbed him, now they're talking about it. But they're fucking stupid late. Because this shit was being discussed in the 90s. So if what they're talking about now was discussed in the 90s, imagine where it's actually at now in 2021. These motherfuckers talking about they talking about the Anunnaki. How you talking about the Anunnaki in 2021? Anunnaki ain't coming here, they been here. Something else is coming. The Anunnaki been here. Why are they talking about Dr. York in 2021? According to them, the man got a death sentence, 135 years. He's in the ground. It's a mummy rat for him, according to them. So why is he an issue? Why are they discussing him? Strictly in the so-called black conscious community. Why are they speaking of Dr. York, Dr. York, Dr. York, Dr. York, Dr. York? They not even understanding what's taking place. On some G shit. On some G shit. On some God shit. They not even understanding what's taking place. Why they use the word overstanding? That shit comes from Dr. York. Why they still using it? You don't fuck with that. A lot of motherfuckers call him a monster and all this other shit. Whatever. Alright? Yet none of them was there. They were never there. They was going off or whatever. But they was never there. You know what I'm saying? To say, how you gonna say something that you was never there for? You can't. You know what I'm saying? How? Why he ain't in state court facing those charges? Why he ain't going through those charges in state court? Why? Why not? Why not? Why? Why they pending? Because he got 135 years? It don't matter if you get a fucking billion years. You still got to go face those other additional charges in a different jurisdiction. You still have to face those charges. It don't make a difference how many what you got just hit with. It don't make a difference. It doesn't matter. You still got to go face those charges. Those additional, you still got to go do that. You know what I mean? Why hasn't that taken place in 19? Why hasn't it taken place? Everything that's taking place right now, Doc was kicking in the 90s, 80s, 70s. He told niggas who Bill Gates was in 1998. Bill Gates was coming with the mark in the future. He shared that there in 98. What? He plagiarized that too? From whom? Who? No one else said that. Only he did. You know what I mean? Come on. Look at that coming up. What's that? See that? See that coming up? What's that? In the wee hours. The wee hours. What's that? What time is it? 4:28 a.m. What's that? What's that appearing at 4:28 a.m.? What's that? Doc taught all that shit in the 90s, 70s, 80s. He taught all that shit with the alignments, different positions, and how things was going to get, how things were going to be rearranged. The veil was going to start to lift. Perception and everything they online with and TikToking about and all that shit. It's already situated. Shit. I got the evidence. Doc already put this shit out there. He already put it down. I got the evidence. Motherfuckers up here trying to debunk the information when the information is what is thriving right now. It's all revelation. Plain blank simple. Not just him. I mean, there's plenty of others. However, he was the most. Nobody else do that. Motherfuckers try to do it, but they can't. They don't. Motherfuckers just got a certain niche they fuck with, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Overall, you know what I'm saying? Nothing new under the sun, but it was taught in a matter of time, a specific time frame. 30 years, half hour. Motherfuckers said you got 30 years here. Got to 1999 and we got a second half. There's two halves to hourglass. You know what I'm saying? There's two halves to hourglass. We in the second half hour now, reaching 2030. Don't they got an agenda called 2030? How you talking about Dr. York? For what? They beat on a dead horse, according to them, according to their logic, according to the script. You know what I'm saying? What's significant about Dr. York right now? Why? In 2021? All this shit they talking about, Doc put out there already. Doc was talking about the nano shit in the 90s. He spoke about the nano in Is God an Extraterrestrial Scroll? That came out in 95. Now they talking about nano. And you know what's associated with it. You know, with the shot and all that. I was talking about that then. Adrenochrome with that, you know, deep state and all that shit. Doc was talking about that then. 95. It's 2021. And what's funny about that is so many of the ones that either are affiliated with him and or go against him, subscribe to that stuff that's going on now, dealing with all the things that he spoke about, didn't he? But they won't give props where props is due. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. That's fine. That's very fine. You know, what's that? What's that? That's the moon? Is that the moon? Why would the moon be coming up damn near 5 a.m. in the morning? It's damn near 5 a.m. in the morning. That means the sun is supposed to be approaching. Why is the so-called moon now approaching approximately 5 a.m. in the morning? Why? Is that the moon? No, it's not the moon. Can't be. If the sun is getting ready to come up, how could it be? What's that over there? Look at that. Why is Dr. York on their mind? Conscious community. So-called conscious community. And they are conscious because as long as they up and they're woke, they're awake, and you know what I'm saying, they conscious. Consciousness is just oxygen reaching the brain. So yeah, they conscious. Man. They have to go to sleep though. Word.